What's going on, family? Grim Ones, we are back. Day 12 for the 15 days of Grimfel. Between a Knife and a Handshake is the next one in the list, featuring the Shadow Collective. And what I know of the Shadow Collective is this is kind of like, anonymous group that kind of like, just kind of like throw some stuff in there every once in a while. So we've had some features from the Shadow Collective that have been personally my favorites. And honestly, I'm not going to be able to even tell probably if these are the same people. So I'm not going to know. Because you never know who there's going to be in the Shadow Collective in the first place. So I'm not going to make any kind of like predictions on who is in here and who's on the feature essentially. But I've always really liked the songs where he's had features. I think it's always very interesting the way that he works with other artists this way. So I'm always really stoked to see how other artists like collab together. So like, what they think is the best song to like have somebody else feature on, or somebody like is most drawn to that particular song so they want to do a feature on it. I always find all that stuff very, very fascinating when it comes to the idea of collaboration, because it's all really like, we could be told one thing, but it really could be a whole nother thing, because like I think a lot of it is all like, with most artists, like, it's people getting put together, essentially, not always the people who want to work together, but you can see the differences when there is like people who like generally wanted to work together and they collaborated that way. I think the music just like speaks for itself that way. So that's how I feel kind of about the Shadow Collective. At the same time, it's always going to be somebody that's going to be more close to home when it comes to Grimfel and the music process. So that's the positive thing about this situation, is we don't have to even worry about it being fake. So let's go ahead and check out Between a Knife and a Handshake. Another soft grunge, angel tone to the song. Like, fucking fire already.
I've got no friends, they all left me.
And we just got done ranting and raving about the about this being somebody close to the family, right? So the feature is the song where you start off the record with "I ain't got no friends, baby." That's fucking fire. Let's fucking go. That's how you fucking start a record with that's how you start the song, baby, with the fucking feature on it. You know what I'm saying?
They all left me. No loyalty shown. I've got enemies that get me. I deal with them all on my own. They took all they could from me till I had nothing left. They try everything to get inside. The hate they spread. Between a knife and a handshake, I know what cuts the deepest. Between love and a heartbreak, I know what real pain is. So go on ahead.
Got the goosebumps in this one too, baby. Oh my god. I love this project. It's just full, for me, it's just full of the goosebumps. You know what I mean? There's never dull moments in it. And it's just like, it just flows from one song to the next song so perfectly. Again, we talk a lot about how there's like no skips on this record. We're at the tail end of this project right now. And so again, like, this is where it's like the hardest to kind of keep the steam. You know what I mean? Because I'm like, you kind of already told the story to a degree, right? Where like you're almost kind of just putting the icing on the cake and those finishing touches on like the overall project here, right? And this is like I said, like, if you do this song by yourself, it almost kind of sounds like, okay, we're just repeating the same like story again, you know what I mean, where it almost kind of it comes across in a different way when it's just by yourself this way. But the fact that like, you know, like I'm already hearing, I think some of the Shadow Collective with like some of like the extra layers of vocaling and like in the chorus part, because it sounds like we have all of a sudden like a female like almost presence is what it sounded like, or at least like the intention with the like is what I thought I heard, you know what I'm saying? I thought I heard a female vocalist in there. I could be wrong. That could be just for the way that we fucking like played out with the sounds that way. But it sounded like a female vocalist. Like, so again, like, you know, it already just kind of drawn me back into that idea of like, man, I love the concept of like this particular subject being like, okay, I'm gonna give you my verse, and then we're gonna have somebody else that's gonna come in and to basically kind of do something else with it. Does that make sense? Like, either it's gonna be like a story back to the original like first person in like the first verse, or it's gonna be like picking up on the same subject matter. So either way, it's like a fucking fire ass concept. Oh, hold on, let me go back and cook a little bit.
So go on and hate, go on and hate. Nothing you do will make me break, 'cause I've been through the worst of it. Oh, oh, oh. Oh, I've got no faith in you, lady.
I really like that part right there where it's just simple. It's just simple. Before the OOs.
The worst of it, 'cause I've been through the worst of it. Make me break.
You can't make me break because I've been through the worst of it.
It too will make me break. 'Cause I've been through the worst of it.
'Cause I've been through the worst of it. That's just you sitting there marinating on it, the fact that like, nah, I ain't even more to say. I've been through the worst, you know what I mean? I ain't even got to explain to you what that is. I just know what it is, you know what I mean? Like it's such a period on the sentence that way, and then we just whoa it out from that. That shit is so fire.
I've got no faith in you, lady. No empathy shown. I'm surrounded by people who drain me. They're all for themselves. They took all they could from me till I had nothing left. They tried everything to get inside my head. For all the hate they spread. Between a knife and a handshake, I know what cuts the deepest. Between love and a heartbreak, I know what real pain is. You can try and bring me down. You can try and turn my world upside down. Lately, I've been feeling myself.
it's all the little stuff from me in this one, guys. Like it's like the little like whoa, it's like just like, you know, the little additions to like everything like that. Essentially the ad lib parts of like the way that they've like worked this song, so fucking fire, man. I got the goosebumps all over this shit. I like the fact that like for like the feature, it was the same subject matter. It wasn't more or less like the opposite of like, hey, don't feel that way, I know that's how you're feeling type vibes. I like the fact that we just stuck with the subject matter. You know what I mean? I feel like that was super fucking fire. I think the feature was actually really damn cool, really really great, and the way that they have like the way that he gave her like the fucking like the chorus again, where she gets to come in and do like the between the knife and a handshake shit. I love it, and I like the way that he kind of throws himself a little bit back in there with the feature. I think is amazing. I'm such a there. I think it all is the song, the time, and the place, and how I feel about features and how they're used, and that's what I'm saying. I'm not. It needs to be one way kind of person. I think every individual song deserves different attention, and I feel like this one is just a great example of everything that I've ever really said about Grimfel. Is just another time where like the attention to detail of like we take the chicken and it's good enough to cook it, but we gotta add a little bit more spice to it, you know what I mean? And it just, that stuff always translates so much more, I think, in his music, because it's like I said, like it's just all the little extra nuances and the little extra things that we do for these songs that I think they just like bring out so much more emotion out of them. So this is just another example of it just being fucking amazing that way.
Sweet love and a heartbreak. I know we're real babies. Cause I
Another little
know
Barbie
we're
shit,
real
make you dance to it,
babies.
baby. Oh, yeah. How's he gonna keep giving me all this music that makes me want to, like, you know, do a little white boy dance? You know what I'm saying? Getting a little groovy over here, you know what I mean? Ah, shit. Okay, all right. That's just another great song, man. Another song, another no skip for me. Another just like, man, when this one's gonna come on, it's gonna be like it's gonna hit in the moment. Like I said, there's been no drop off for me in this project. You know what I mean? Like, you know, sometimes projects can seem a little long. They can feel too long. You know what I mean? And that's why I'm saying I love the fact that like that Grimfel takes the time when he makes these projects to just really just kind of like test them all out. You know what I mean? Sometimes you gotta see how it sounds from this perspective and that perspective, and I feel like he does all that when he does it, because like you just kind of take it all in that way, where it's just like there is always so much attention to detail with these songs, where he has only gotten better from the music that I started listening to him with. Does that make sense? Where it's just like it's only this way. And there's a handful of artists on this channel that we like to talk about and give love to all the time, where I say the same thing about them, where, you know, they're just in these constant getting better than they were from the first song that I ever heard from them. And like, you know, it was always at these points where it's just like, wow, like there's something special about the music that they create, and that's why I'm still here. You know what I mean? Because like there's never the lack of caring, and there's always that extra little TLC, and there's always that just like really putting yourself out there into your art this way. So I really have been super stoked with this project. I think it's so fucking great. I love the fact that it's got like soft, emo, sad girl vibes to it, fam. You know what I mean? It's such my fucking bag. You know what I mean? I'm over here talking about we need Soft Grunge Angel 2 shit. Like, you know what I mean? Oh man, we gotta put some distance between it though. I need him to come back with a little bit of like, you know what I mean? Which I feel like he's got some. I feel like he got some in the tucked. We might get some Lucy's in here in the future. You know what I'm saying? Because he never really stops making music. So another great artist to support 1000% is an artist like Grimfel, who's never really going to stop making it. You know what I mean? Like he's always got something to say, and has always got something on his heart and mind, and he's always getting better about it. So fucking let's go. That's why we're here for the 15 days of Grimfel. Make sure you go tell him how much you fuck with this music. Go tell him. Don't tell me. Tell him how much you fuck with this music. And make sure you get that fucking merch, fam. My shit. Y'all see it. Y'all see it soon. I promise. It's coming. It is coming for y'all. I'm telling you. It's going to be on every live stream. I swear to God. Swear to God. I think that's all I got, guys. We'll be back tomorrow, day 13. Lucky number 13 when it comes to the 15 days of Grimfel. Be kind, no stranger. Tell somebody that you love them. And if you haven't joined the Foxtrot family, there's always room. Bam!